Well, I'm joined now by Joe Siracusa, who's a leading expert in American politics and Dean of Global Futures at Curtin University. He joins us from Perth, Australia. Now, Joe, tell us a little bit more about Wednesday's Republican debate. What kind of flavour did it have, and do you think there are any key moments for you?
Good afternoon. No, it was sort of a rerun of the first time around. They didn't have anything new to add. They wanted to attack Trump, but only indirectly because they're afraid of alienating his base. And they were quite frustrated that Donald Trump wasn't there. Of course, Donald Trump's got other things to worry about, like that hearing in New York where the judge ruled that he had cheated the tax man and he'd lied on all of his financial statements. And Trump's looking at losing his empire in New York. So this is the last thing on his mind. On the other hand, Trump is 40 to 45 points ahead of all these people, so he doesn't have to show up. And in the the ABC Wall Street poll taken, or Washington Post poll taken over the weekend, Donald Trump now can beat Joe Biden by about 9 percentage points if the election were held today. So, President Trump's doing pretty well. On the other hand, he's losing a lot of money, and that will hurt him.
So, given what you've said there, both Joe Biden and Donald Trump in Detroit this week, who do you think got the better reception there?
Well, I think President Trump probably got the better reception for this reason. Trump's never pretended to be a straight-out union guy. He needed them, of course, in 2016, and he needs them again. And a lot of the union movement believe that President Biden saved his play for too late, that he came too late into the proceedings. He should have been there for the negotiations. There was a 7-week run-up before they ran out of negotiating time. So, I think President Trump has probably done a little better than Biden. And of course, these people are suffering Bidenomics. They know that gasoline or petrol is more expensive. They know that food's more expensive, that housing and insurance is more expensive. This idea that the American economy has tamed down or inflation's gone down a little bit really isn't true at the store. I don't know where they get some of these figures, but the average American, that is the average union worker, is taking a beating. And so they're looking for anybody that wants change. Keep in mind, of course, that 70% of Americans think that Biden is a very poor economic leader. They have a higher regard for President Trump. But, the bottom line is that 70% of the American people would like to see the both of them go away and somebody else come forward because of their age difference.
Right. And just thinking about, both of them in Michigan, thinking about the Rust Belt area, why is this going to be so critical in next year's election?
Well, the Pennsylvania, Michigan, even Minnesota, they're swing states. They changed hands by just a few percentage points the last 2 elections. So if you can get a swing or you can get a surge at the last minute with a particular group, you'll be in pretty good shape. So, they're playing for all the chips in these states. It may not look that obvious to people who are looking overseas. California's already decided, Illinois has already decided, the South has already decided. It's in these swing states that the Electoral College will turn, and the election, or President Trump will or will not return to the White House. But right now, his chances are looking pretty good. I'll tell you what, they're going after him pretty hard. They want to take away his building, his residence. They want to fine him $250 million. They want to fine the kids. They're going after the family. This is a big league play to put this man out of action. Will it do so or not? I don't know. He seems to bounce a lot, though. I'll tell you what, I think his children are in real trouble because whereas Hunter Biden may be accused of taking money that doesn't belong to him or that for foreign influence peddling, Trump's kids are in trouble for inflating the balance sheet, getting cheaper loans, and all the rest. They cook the books. It's in the family tree, I guess. So, as I say, that judge in New York and the attorney general there, they're going after Trump, and they've had major success. So the former President Trump has had a mixed week. President Biden, he's okay, but I think there'd be a number of Democrats on the phone tonight and in the days ahead looking for some way to edge the president out of that nominating process, because the American Democrats are not going to go down the tubes with Joe Biden, because the president tends to take the down ticket with him, and and they've had enough of this. They cannot defend the indefensible, and that is President Biden just seems to be past it.
Joe Siracusa, thank you very much for your insights there.